Two famous cases demonstrate the importance of using lobby power for a startup to avert any regulatory challenges to business plans and to lobby regulators vigorously to protect the startup business model. Recall the battle between Uber and the taxi industry and the dispute between Airbnb and the hotel industry. Innovative services such as Uber and Airbnb have proven disruptive of entire entrenched industries and their traditional regulation structures. Uber, as the poster boy for disruption in the taxi industry, is the perfect example of how a wide acceptance of smartphones has enabled clever entrepreneurs to take the complexity out of securing transportation on demand that once seemed unchangeable. Uber, since its launch, has grown from its San Francisco roots to more than 60 cities across 6 continents. In resisting Uber, the entrenched taxi industry, instead of matching Uber's innovation with better products and services, went the way of attempting to ban Uber's existence outright and called for government regulators to declare it in violation of laws against unlicensed ride services. Uber was undeterred by these regulatory obstacles and aggressively fought back against entrenched taxi regulations and worked hard to change the laws that worked against Uber's competitive advantage. In the case of Airbnb, which was also an early champion of the sharing economy that allowed people to rent their homes and apartments to others, has grown into a lodging giant, offering more than 6 million places to stay in more than 191 countries. Its listings outnumber those of the top 6 hotel chains combined. For a long time, the hotel industry did not consider Airbnb much of a threat. But as Airbnb became bigger and more successful, the hotel industry began to realize they had something to worry about. And eventually, Airbnb incurred the wrath of hotel industry regulators, who said it illegally circumvented hotel safety regulations and restrictions on short-term apartment rentals. Airbnb responded vigorously by utilizing a swarm of lobbyists across the country to build relationships with governments at all levels, challenging local hotel regulations. Despite these challenging hindrances to their startup models, Uber and Airbnb took their respective industries by storm, and today, the size and scale of Uber and Airbnb now rivals their main competitors in the transportation, hospitality, and other related industries. The lesson here is startups need to be proactively responsive to concerns of government regulators, and it was only due to an early and robust defense of their business models that both Uber and Airbnb were able to overcome difficult governmental and regulatory stumbling blocks, but other startups have not been so lucky. When government regulators have concerns with your business model, startups need to respond to those concerns, not only because it's the smart thing to do, but because it will build credibility and good relations with the government that will be extremely important at later stages of your company.